Hello, everybody. Welcome to VIC Coding Club, and today I am present here with a brand new video where I explain how do we calculate the days of a given month, date, and year. So, calculating a day is not so easy, but if you know the right formula, it's super easy. All right. Now let's get right into it. Over here in Excel, you can see I have made some tables over here. These two tables contain some values which must be remembered or which must be very properly utilized to use a formula which is used to calculate the day of a given month, year, or date. All right, let's get right into the first table. Over here in the first table, you can see I have written all the months of the year. Now, over here, you can see the sequence of the months. We know that there are 12 months. And so, over here, you can see it is written years. I wrote years because, well, years meaning regular years, like those which are not leap years. And L years, well, you can probably guess, are leap years. All right, now these numbers over here, this looks meaningless, isn't it? But these numbers are crucial because these are the default numbers which we'll be calculating the days of before going on with a certain date. All right, so while remembering this, there's a pretty easy formula. For the even numbers starting from April, we have April is the fourth month. So the in the default year, the default date will be 4. Similar with June, sixth month, 6 is the number. August, eighth month, 8 is the number. October, 10th month, 10 is the number. December, 12th month, 12 is the number. Now, there are others which you can see that we didn't actually calculate already. So let's get on right with it. So let's get on with July. July is the seventh month. So most of us have heard of the huge and popular store 7-Eleven. So that's what we use. For the seventh month, we use 11 as a default date. And for the 11th month, which is November, we use 7 for the default date. Now, let's get on with the remaining months. For me, we can use the formula of 9 from the morning and 5 to the evening work. So May is the fifth month. So the default date will be 9. And September is the ninth month. So the default date will be 5. Now, what about the first 3 months, you might be guessing? So for Jan, it's basically first month, 3 is a default date. There is no specific formula for remembering this, but this is the default. It's pretty easy to remember. And for the leap year of Jan, we can actually find out using the default date and the first month. So it's basically 1 plus 3 equals to 4. Easy, right? Now, for February, the second month, it's basically the last date. In the normal years, it will be 28, and in leap years, it will be 29. And for March is basically a pretty easy but sometimes confusing formula. It's 3 over third month, so 3 plus 1 equals to 4. So for March, the default date will be 14. All right, let's go through it once again. For Jan, 3 or 4. For Feb, 28 or 29. For March, 14. April, 4. May, 9. June, 6. July, 11. August, 8. September, 5. October 10, November 7, December 12. All right, so if you are ready with that, now let's move on with the century codes. All right, over here I have a list of all the centuries ordered by 4 by 4. Now, this list keeps on going on, but for now I have written here till 3000. All right, for the first column, we have 3. The century code is 3. So it's pretty easy to remember. 4 months are on the top. It starts with 1500. So 1500 is 3. Then we leave out the 3 months from here, and 1900 is 3. We leave out the 3 months from here. 2300 is 3. We leave out the 3 months from here. Then we have 2700, and that is 3. And this list keeps on going on. So let's move on to the second list. It's 1600, 2000, 2400, and 2800. So the century codes for this is 2, and it's pretty easy to remember as well. 1600, after that 17, 18, 19, and 2000, 21, 22, 23, 2400, 25, 26, 27, 2800. All right, it's also the same with the rest. And the century codes for 1700, 2100, 2500, and 2900 is 0. And the century codes for 1800, 2200, 2600, and 3000 is 5. All right, hope you have all memorized this. I'll be giving a link in the description below if you want to get this table for yourself. Now, let's move on with the calculation. First of all, let's see a date. Let's see a date of November 9th, 1534. All right, so we have this date over here, and let's just, all right, we have this date over here. Let's just, oh gosh, sorry. All right, we have this date over here. Now let's increase the size so you can easily see this. All right, so November 9th and 1534. First of all, let's calculate for the year 1534. What is the default day? Now, we have here 1534, which means it's of the 15th century. And from this century table over here, we know that 1500 century code is 3. So first of all, we need to find out the century code. For our case, it's 3. Now, the next thing we have to find out is the quotient of the last 2 numbers divided by 12. So over here, the last 2 numbers are 34. So quotient of last 2 numbers divided by 12 equals to, now, so the last 2 numbers are 1534. So over here, let's do equals to quotient equals to QO quotient bracket 34 comma 12. Now over here it will be 2. So let's keep these 2 numbers in mind. All right, let's move this over there. Yeah, that's perfect. So let's keep these numbers in mind, 3 and 2. Now the next number that we need is the remainder of the last 2 numbers divided by 12. So this is basically a form of the remainder of what we divided last time. So it will be Q quotient bracket 34 in our case and 12. It's still 2. Oh, sorry. It's I mistakenly wrote quotient over here. It should actually be mod mod 34, comma 12. Now the answer will be 10. So let's remember these 3, 2, and 10. Now the next number that we need is the quotient of the previous number divided by 4 equals to, all right. So the previous number that we calculated is 10. So we have to divide 10 by 4. Let's divide quotient 10 divided by 4. Quotient, did we write this? No. We might have written this wrong. Let's write it again. Quotient. Now it should be right. Quotient. Yes, of course. Then 10 divided by 4. 2. So the last number is 2. So the numbers that we calculated till now are 3, 2, 10, and 2 again. So these are the numbers. Let's just increase its size so we can easily see this. Now these 2 numbers are found. So now we have to add all of these 4 numbers, sorry. So the result will be sum 3, 2, 10, 2. So the sum will be 17. Let me just increase its size so it will be easier for visibility. So the final number is 17. And now finally we have to divide this by 7. Now, and after dividing by 7, we need to get its remainder, not the quotient. So let's do mod 17 divided by 7. So the answer is 3. Now 3 is, well, which day? That's the confusion, isn't it? We can't say it's Tuesday. You heard me right. We can't say it's Tuesday. There are some specific codes as well. So for Sunday, it's 0. For Monday, it's 1, and so on. So for 3, it's Sunday 0, Monday 1, Tuesday 2, and Wednesday 3. So 3 is our final result. And we have to calculate it of November 9th. So November 9th is, the November 7th, because it's a default date. November 7th is the third, November 7th is Wednesday. So now we can simply add two more days, so we can find the value of November 9, 1534. Now, November 7th is Wednesday, November 8th is Thursday, and November 9th is a Friday. So November 9th, 1534 is a Friday. Let's check it, shall we? All right, let's go over here and annual calendar, annual calendar 15. What was the year? 1534. Let's do this. 1534. And November 9th is a Friday, and we are right. So if you want me to post this in the description below, I will do it. And for now, I will take my leave. Thank you for watching.